My boyfriend and I just spent 4 days in Miami, and here is everything that we did. Minus every time we went to the beach, because obviously we did that a lot. Our first day was more of a half day since we got in the afternoon, so we started off by getting acquainted with our hostel, Viajero Miami, which, minus the lack of AC in our room, we actually really enjoyed. Then we ended up grabbing dinner at this Cuban place called Esquina Cubana that had a nice vibe and was really well reviewed on Google. After that, we moseyed down Ocean Drive, enjoying all of the neon lights before heading back to the bar at our hostel, which apparently has some of the best cocktails in South Beach. And to top off the night, we went to La Sandwichery for a post-karaoke snack. The next morning, we got brunch at the 11th Street Diner, which is an old, retro-style American diner. And then we headed over to the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, which is this huge, elaborate mansion designed to look like an 18th century Italian villa. All of the interiors are inspired by different time periods, and actually each room is designed around the furniture inside of it, which I thought was really cool. And obviously the gardens out back are massive and stunning. Then for dinner, we went to this place called Abele for some Tel Avivian food, which was a little pricey, but it was so good. I highly recommend the cauliflower. And that's all for day 2. Moving on to day 3, we started out by grabbing some smoothies at the Cuba Cafe, which is right by our hostel, and then going to the beach for a little bit to do some yoga. Then we got breakfast at this place called Cantina, which is right on Ocean Drive, before going to the Bayside Marketplace and doing a bit of window shopping. We also might have gotten suckered into getting a piña colada here, which we enjoyed while walking to our next destination, the Pérez Art Museum, which is a modern and contemporary art museum. And then we headed over to Little Havana, where we explored Calle for a few hours. We walked through Domino Park and checked out the little market they were having there. Then we went across the street to grab some homemade ice cream at Azúcar before visiting all the iconic murals and street art they have here. We also did some more window shopping before stopping at Ball and Chain to enjoy their happy hour and some live music. Then to finish off our time here, we got some more drinks and some tacos at Whisky Lucan. I highly recommend the birria, it was so good. And after all that, we met up with some guys from our hostel at this rooftop bar called Sugar that had some amazing views over the city. And finally, moving on to day 4, I started off the morning solo by grabbing some coffee and a breakfast at Shepherd's Artisan Coffee before Thais and I went on a group tour to the Everglades Holiday Park. This included an airboat tour where we saw lots of birds, but unfortunately only one gator, as well as a gator show, which was kinda chaotic, honestly. Then after looking at some of their baby alligators, as well as an albino one, we headed back into the city to visit Wynwood, where we stumbled across the Smorgasburg food market, which I had no idea was going on. Apparently it's every Saturday and Sunday. Then we headed to Wynwood Walls, which is this super cool open-air museum all about street art and graffiti. I love this place. Then we just wandered around the neighborhood for a little bit, looking at more street art and doing some window shopping before stopping at Udon, where Thais tried udon, believe it or not, for the first time. And then to top everything off, we finally decided to check out this brewery by our hostel, South Beach Brewing, which had a really cool replica of Ocean Drive built right into the bar. And yeah, that was everything that we did during our long weekend in Miami. I hope this video could inspire you to visit this colorful city and follow for more travel content.